Welcome to the Section 325 podcast.
The second half.
Wow, here we are with Thursday. Is the day kickoff.
Thursday in 2 days.
25, 26 kickoff.
I can't wait. That's Sunday is Christmas Day for me.
So we're going to see Philadelphia playing the Micah Parsons minus Dallas Cowboys. No more Micah Parsons. Big trade.
Big trade. I called my buddy because he usually doesn't catch those breaking news right away. So I told him, I was his go-to breaking news guy. And I told him about the Micah Parsons, and he was like, no way. He calls me back about 5 minutes later. It's like, I have no one else to talk to, just you and my dad.
Well, if you're a Packer fan, you won that trade big time.
Yeah. So
because you're trying to win right now. Maybe for Dallas, you save some money and you're not good this year and you just want to draft picks. So that's how I look at it. They know they're not going to be that good.
Yep.
But whoa, just when you were thinking the Eagles, Detroit, and you could throw the Packers in there. We're going to be some of the top teams.
The division now, like the Vikings, Lions, like now I think that elevates the edge is almost on the Packers now.
I think it is.
I was thinking Lions all the way.
Love's got to produce.
If he plays average, I think they'll be fine.
They got some big boys.
He just needs to not turn it over.
Yeah, I think. Well, last year he got a little injured. It kind of slowed him down in the mid part of the season or whatever that part of the season was. But they couldn't beat the Vikings when they needed to,
or the Lions.
Lions.
I think the Lions have them 5-1 in the last 3 years.
And here's the deal: they couldn't get off the field in a few of those situations.
So,
but hey, here we go. Micah Parsons has got to make them better.
Yeah,
that's just more pressure on those top quarterbacks they're going to be going against. And let's go.
So that was the breaking news of last week. That's why we didn't have an episode last week.
We were in shock.
We're
like, I can't do the show. I'm in shock.
We took a break because we knew we'd be in full swing for the whole year.
Yeah, let's just get after it. I mean,
we're here now. We're getting after it.
And if you're not excited right now, you are not a football fan. Let's go.
It's football season.
You're
not
0
fall. It's
and
football
0
season.
You're 0-0 if you have a team, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yep. And then we'll top off the year to Kona. And memory of him. Cheers. And here we go. Anything you want to say about your Seahawks before we get straight into it?
No, I just want to see how they play week one, division rival. The last several years, we've been good. Okay. Last year, I thought 10 wins were good, but we couldn't win in our division. So it starts week one. You got to beat your division opponents, and especially at home.
How confident do you feel about Sam Darnold?
I feel very confident about Sam Darnold. I got to see him make 2 throws, do 1 drive, and it was crisp. He made quick decisions. And one thing I heard that really helped me, he said early in his career, he was trying to do all the right things to be prepared. He was not consistent at those things. Things that get in the way. You'd have to prepare a different team, do different things. But he said this year he's got a routine. He's got it down, and it started last year. That he did the same routine all the time to get prepared and ready. And I think that when you're doing the same routine, now you have confidence in that routine, right? Mm-hmm. You have confidence in whatever that is. I don't know what it is. Now I'm going to burp the whole way through because of Kona. But anyway, I just think, hey, go out and prove it. If you can't win at home against a division rival, then I think it's going to be another long season. But one game does not define your season by any means, but it's that huge out of the gates, gate one. We finally beat the Niners in San Francisco at the end of last year, but that was with a different quarterback. It was a different team. I think we're much improved on the defense. So I'm excited about the game, but like I said, I don't have really anything to say until you beat a divisional opponent at home.
Yeah, Broncos don't get that until, they play Chargers week 3, and I believe on the road. Yeah. And I don't know when our next home game with them after that. But yeah, Chargers are game 3 divisional matchup, or week 3 divisional matchup. So I'm looking forward to just football on the field. Like, I don't know. This year is different, maybe because I'm more excited about the Broncos because they did so well last year. That there is, a future, hope.
Did your
And
quarterback play in the preseason?
he did. He played the first and third game. Um, both series, I think he was in for 2 or 3 series. First series, you could tell that he was just rusty. I think the whole team was rusty. Anyone can be rusty the first series. Um, your team or the other team.
Not Sam Darnold, but yeah, keep going.
But the fact that he bounced back after that first series, you could show that the rust is wear off, and now it's ready to go. The fact that they were able to bounce back from that showed just how and what kind of player he is. I'm looking forward to it. That we do play the Titans the first week, then the Colts. So I'm looking at a few good wins there. But at the same time, you cannot let up on go easy on an opponent.
No.
Because again, we don't know Cam Ward with Titans how well of a quarterback he's going to be.
What if he's another guy?
Another Bo Nix or another James
Daniels. You just don't know. They could come out ready to go. Yeah.
And then the Colts, they I don't know what they're doing with their quarterback situation. They settled with Daniel Jones.
Wow. Things are looking good for the Colts.
But yeah, I'm just looking forward to a great year. The ceiling's high for the Broncos, not so much of a low ceiling. So yeah, we'll just.
This is going to be our coming out party. We're going to show the league that we're here to compete, and we're not the tail end of Pete Carroll's coaching career. Now we're on the up end of Mike McDonald, and where we're going to go and his crew now. So the new regime has taken over completely, and we're ready to go. Well, let's get into it.
Let's get into it. We have a lot to cover today.
Well, let's go.
And let's just start with the power ranks.
It's hard to do the power ranks week 1.
It is.
But luckily it's Wolf's power ranks. I didn't have to do any thinking this week.
Yeah. I do have the Rams.
Yeah,
I will say I barely had the Seahawks out of, I would say Seahawks were 11, just so you know, just to make you feel better.
It's all right. I don't think I would have put them in the top
10 either. I mean, I think the Rams, if Stafford can stay healthy.
Yeah, he's banged up a bit. They say he's good to go week 1.
And I think that's why I went with it, because he is playing week 1. If he was not playing week 1, Seahawks maybe would have been.
They're talking epidural in the back. But guess who else is getting an epidural in the back? I heard Micah Parsons week 1.
Yeah, he does have that back injury, yeah.
So yeah, the Rams at number 10. Let's see who's coming in at number 9.
I do have the Broncos.
The Broncos.
Yeah. Honestly, they made the playoffs last year to finish off the year. But I think other than the Bears, they probably had one of the better off seasons. We added talent on the offensive side that will help Bo Nix. We added more defensive players on the defensive side when we were already a top 5 defense. So with that, I have the Broncos at 9.
All right. Vikings, number 8.
Yeah, I am still curious about J.J. McCarthy on how well he will be. We haven't really seen him action on the field yet. So preseason, yeah, we have, but
everybody's pretty big on him. They're pretty big.
They are. So, but I haven't seen it yet because I think last year I had Vikings in the top 5, and they finished well in the year. But
proof's in the pudding, right? I was just talking about this with a guy, and he refereed high school, college, and pros, and he's like, the pros, everybody's fast.
Mm-hmm.
He says it's just so much quicker. It's amazing how much faster it is. And when we start talking, I go, well, you get these quarterbacks that are playing in college and they dominate in college. They come to the pros, and sometimes it doesn't translate over.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently it can, because we have some guys that are top ranked quarterbacks, but so just the speed of the game is different for these college guys. So like you were talking about earlier with Cam Ward, we don't know how he's going to react to an actual game day speed, number 1 starters in the NFL. We don't know. Some guys are able to do it and keep going, maybe have a soft year slump, and then they're going to be fine. So the speed of the game is tremendous, and it all comes down to are you prepared for that speed?
Yeah. So
Anyway, the Vikings. So we'll see how JJ McCarthy does now that it's live. He's out of his rookie year, but he was injured.
he was injured.
It's basically his rookie year.
It is.
Oh, the Packers
I
number
do.
7. That's kind of high.
Actually, I didn't want to get them too high yet because, again, we haven't seen Parsons in a Packer uniform yet. Is he actually healthy from his back injury? Kind of the same situation with the Rams and Stafford. But I think they will be able to get better as the year goes on. And Parsons is just 1 week into practice with the Packers, um, so yeah, I have them at 7 for right now.
Okay.
At the end of the year, they will probably be higher.
Well, and 7 gets you into the playoffs.
Yeah,
so
easily.
Doesn't matter. Okay, here we are, Commanders. Yeah, I mean that's a good spot for them.
I think that's a good. Nothing really has changed. I think that's where they ended last year.
They're probably a top 3 team in the NFC anyway.
Yeah. I mean, they were in the championship game, so.
Okay, we'll see how the rest plays out. Chiefs.
I as much as I want the Chiefs, I think that I honestly feel it's their downfall year. But I had this voice in my head, and it was you, because you keep saying I'm not going to vote against the Chiefs until someone can beat them.
Somebody could beat them,
and they did get beat in the Super Bowl, but it's a new season now.
Nobody beat them in the AFC though. So
yeah. So again, I still have them in the top 5.
They lost their first trip to the Super Bowl and went back and have won multiple since then. So here we are. So Chiefs are good at 4. Yeah. At 4, the Lions.
Yeah.
The Lions.
The Lions, again, they're up there at the end of the year. Right now, I think they would be great, but I don't know. By the end of the year, they will be able to finish.
We saw what happened with the injuries on the defensive side of the ball last year. They weren't able to beat the Commanders at home with home field advantage. They just got to where they couldn't outscore somebody.
Yep.
And, when you go against another offense that's really, really good, and you don't have anybody to stop them, that's a tough situation. Yeah. Now, it's a new year. People are back.
Yeah, and I kind of look at it as what they were last year and what they still have this year. And, kind of the stats on the table, and you look at it on the paper, sure, yeah, they should be on number 4. I didn't want to drop them too far quite yet because I just wanted to see how that first week goes. And guess what? They play against the Packers.
We've seen teams that get a little pissed off. Now, I'm just sitting here thinking out loud, are they going to become the Ravens or the Bills of the NFC, where they're just dominant during the regular season and they can't quite do it in the playoffs?
No. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, there is no Chiefs in the NFC, but still. All right, Ravens, speaking of, number 3, I think that's a good pick. They're definitely these are regular season power ranks. So the Ravens are always at the top. They're a dominant team in the regular season. They're one of those
always
teams
there, and one of these times it's going to give. They're going to get to the big game.
We talked about that before. We'll get into all that before the show started, but Ravens are a good team. They have an awesome quarterback who is, if you think you're just going to stop the pass, you better look out because he's going to run. And if you think you're going to stop the run, he'll beat you with the throw.
Yeah, and also they have Henry in the backfield too. So
yeah, they got Henry, who's just
Speaking about Henry, he has an incentive this year to try to get 2,000 yards. He was talking to I think Dan Patrick radio show, and Dan was like, "Oh yeah, I know Adam Sandler pretty well, and your incentive is to get 2,000 yards. We'll put you in an Adam Sandler movie." And Adam Sandler actually gave him a video call and everything, and it's like, "Yeah, if you get 2,000 yards, we'll put you in a Adam Sandler movie." So looking forward to that.
I hate to say it, but I kind of want to see it.
I kind of do.
What if he comes up like a yard short? Do they still give it to him?
No.
Okay.
No, it's just like the Gronk situation when Gronkowski just needed a 5-yard pass reception, and they just did a quick shovel pass to him just so that he could get it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, back when Yeah.
Let's make it happen.
They'll make it happen if he's close.
If he can keep up with that pace. I mean, the
Yeah.
guy works out like a madman. He's in perfect shape.
Yep.
And let's be honest, he's dishing out more blows than he's taken. Bills, number 2. I like that pick.
Yep. I mean, just like you said, great quarterback in this situation as well. So, I mean, enough said right there. Josh Allen, he'll get there.
I like the pick, and I think I know who number 1 is, and I agree.
Yep.
I agree with you. The Eagles, from everything I hear, they're not talking about last year. No, they're not. They don't want to talk about it. This year.
They've never really talked about the past.
They sound as hungry as
and they're ever. So serious all the time.
Yeah, well, their quarterback's serious.
I mean, even when they're up in the Super Bowl and Jalen Hurts, when he's mic'd, you can hear him. It's like, oh, don't celebrate yet until the clock hits 0.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Oh man, as a fan, jeez.
I mean, but it was probably when it was 40-6, and with 3 minutes left, like you kind of can celebrate a little.
Yeah, please send us in your top 10 to start the year. We'd like to see that.
That's gonna change throughout the weeks. We already know it. I mean,
yeah,
like I said, Lions and Vikings they play, so that might be a little flip flop there, or Lions and Packers, and I mean, Eagles play the Cowboys. I don't know who the Bills play. Chiefs, they play a Brazil game against the Chargers.
That's Friday night. Huh?
That's Friday night.
Oh, wow.
So, we got some great games already this
Thursday,
week.
Friday, college on Saturday, and then the kickoff for your Sunday games coming up this weekend. Let's
Monday
go.
Night Football.
All right.
Dun, 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 dun.
All right, playoff picks.
All right.
We doing that before divisional?
We're doing divisional winners would be playoffs.
Okay.
So click the button. So we'll do
there
divisional winners. So we got NFC over here, AFC over here, corresponding to the compass on the whatever. So north, south, east, west. So we'll start with. I'll go. I'll do AFC real quick. I believe the Bills will take the East. I got the Texans taking the South. I got the Ravens taking the North. And I got my Broncos taking the West.
Bold prediction.
Yep. That is my bold prediction because, again, I think they are more on an uphill swing than the Chiefs right now. Yeah, I have the Chiefs higher in the rankings right now. But, again, once you start losing some games, they will start slipping. Broncos will win. They'll go up. That's my prediction for the year.
Okay.
For their divisional winners. You want to do AFC or?
Yeah, I'll do AFC too. Okay. I definitely like the Bills in the East. I don't think there's any competition for them. They're the new Patriots.
I think everyone has
East.
Bills for that.
Yeah, there's no reason. I sit there and I look at the South and I'm like, okay, your obvious pick, right, is the Texans.
It is.
What if, like you said, what if Cam Ward is the Bo Nix of this year?
Or what if Lawrence with Jacksonville has a great year? Like
and he could. I mean, he's one of the highest paid quarterbacks in the league.
And Travis Hunter gets the defense and offensive rookie of the year awards.
and what if Daniels with the Colts decides to play quarterback? Anyway, I think the obvious pick is the Texans, but let's watch out for the Titans here. So you go to the North, probably the toughest division in football. I don't know how the Browns are going to be. They did beat the Ravens last year. They beat the Steelers. I think the Steelers are improved. I don't think the Bengals are going to get off to a slow start. They finally signed their defensive end, but he was there last year. They couldn't stop anybody. So for me, it's the Ravens, again, taking the division. I think that they come out on top because they have a defense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they have a defense. So in the West, like I said, I can't pick against the Chiefs until someone beats them, but another tough division. I think, obviously, Broncos and Chargers with their coaching staff, what they did last year, it's going to be a scary division. And then the Raiders, I don't know how close they are, but you got Pete Carroll who has something to prove again, and he knows how to get people to compete.
Yeah, and I think it's one of those 3-year things I mentioned before on past episodes where come in on a team that's new and well, you figure out what you have the first year. Second year, you capitalize on draft picks. You start improving and then winning games. Might have more likely a winning season. And then third year, that's when you make a run in the playoffs.
Here's the other thing. I saw some stats on Geno Smith. When he plays in a dome, his numbers are off the charts.
Oh, that's why you did
compared
well.
to playing in outdoors.
That's why you did well on the road last year.
Correct, because
Yeah.
we had a lot of dome games, and he doesn't play well outdoors. And they play in a dome. Chargers have a dome. They've got a lot of dome games. In fact, I think they have 4 outdoor games this year. So
That was like Jared Goff last year. He only had 3. He had
yeah,
3 outdoor games.
I don't know why they just don't make everybody an indoor stadium.
I'm gonna say
Offense
you're,
sells tickets.
but if you're the Bills, you like that cold climate.
Put a retractable roof in. I mean, you're already paying billions of dollars. What's another billion? And put a retractable roof in. That way, if it's snowing or the snow's coming for a week, you don't got to pay those poor people to dig the snow out.
You know how Miami has their visiting sideline in the sun and in the heat? So Bills are building their new stadium, and they actually have it the other way around, so that when they are playing in December,
they get the sun.
They get the sun,
and warms their bodies.
And then the visiting side will be in the cold,
freezing. We've all been in that shade in the cold, and even
it's brilliant.
Even the Seahawks game in the winter, the cold games, the sun goes down behind me. So when it's going behind me, I'm shaded by the upper deck, but it's still shining on, and I can see all the people sitting in the sun, and I'm like, oh, they're so warm right now. But once it's gone, it's gone. But anyway, yeah. So those are my picks for the AFC.
NFC, I'll do the NFC. Let's just go with the obvious Eagles for the East. I'll jump over to the West. I do have the Rams, like I said in the before. If Stafford wasn't playing this week, maybe I would have the Seahawks. The South is interesting because, I mean, there's 2 teams in there that could really make a jump: the Panthers and the Falcons. Saints, they'll be at the bottom of the barrel. But I do believe the Bucs will stay strong in that division. North, a week ago, before the Micah Parsons trade, I probably had the Lions, but I'm actually going on the edge and getting the Packers, the king of the North.
Yeah. So, and who did you pick in the South?
The Bucs.
Okay. Yeah, I obviously the Eagles are going to take that division. I think their defense, their running game, when you have a running game and a defense, I think it's been proven. You could go back and look at all the teams that win. That's the key factor, right? Look at what happened to your Broncos in Super Bowl 48, the most prolific passing offense.
Yeah, we were the number one
offense ever, and they did it through throwing the ball with Peyton Manning. It was incredible, but guess what? Seattle had a running game and a defense, and they got beat bad.
Yeah.
And look what happened to the Chiefs last year. They couldn't run the ball. They didn't have a great defense, but the Eagles defensively were awesome, and the Eagles ran the ball and took it to them. It's very similar. It reminded me of 48.
And then same thing with the Broncos against the 15-1 Panthers that year. They in Super Bowl 50, great number 1 defense, and Panthers could not do anything.
Yeah, and they were a throwing team. They did have a running back, but
I mean, honestly, you're looking at defenses wins games.
Yeah, defense. You got to have defense. That's why I'm excited for the Seahawks.
And that's why I'm excited for the Broncos.
Well, the Broncos do have a good defense. So the Eagles, for sure. In the South, I think I like the Buccaneers as well, but you're right. I think the Falcons could really go off this year with Penix. They've got a few key pieces. They've got some young guys that are another year in. Especially a running back, tight end, wide receiver, right, on the offensive side to help Penix kind of settle in. He did get a few starts last year.
Yep.
So, yeah, I like the Falcons. I want to pick the Falcons.
I did too. I wanted to.
You know what? I'm going to take the Falcons.
Oh, okay.
I'm just going to take them. Last year, I didn't take them, and I heard a lot of smack talk, and guess who was right? I was. But guess what? I'm going to take them this year because even if Penix doesn't work out, they have the greatest backup in football right now.
Remember last year?
The nicest guy in the world.
Yeah, I know. Remember last year? You were all about, I guess some Falcon fans watching the show. It's like, hey, where's the love for the Falcons? Here it is.
Here it is. Here's your love.
Yeah, you had the Bucks last year. I had the Falcons last year, and we're
And
flip
here's the
flopping now.
greatest thing, right? If Penix gets hurt and goes down, Cousins is the best backup quarterback in the league.
Oh, frick! Gosh darn it! I'll have to go in and
Son
play.
of a gun.
Son of a gun.
So anyway, in the North Division, the easy pick is the Lions. I think the Bears are going to be improved. I think the Vikings are a question mark. They're still a good team.
Yep.
But I think I'm with you with the Micah Parsons trade. I think that there was a few games that they were in where they just couldn't get some stops, and I think Parsons is going to help not just get stops, put pressure on the quarterback, but that guy strips the ball when he gets in there. He could cause a few turnovers.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm going with the Packers. And in the West, I'm going to take my Hawks, man. Forget the Rams. The Rams are the better team. They proved it last year. They swept the Seahawks. The 49ers are probably disappointed with their season last year. They want to come back with a vengeance. The Cardinals are tired of being in the toilet. But I think the Seahawks want to prove something, and I think they're going to prove it this year, and I'm going to take the Hawks.
Perfect.
Because I can.
All right, so we got our playoff divisional winners here.
Yeah, let's just bust yours out.
Yeah, those are mine.
Oh, no, you had this.
Yeah. So I got these for the Ravens, Broncos, Texans, Bills. No particular order as seeding goes. But yeah, for the wild card teams, 3 of them. Chiefs are in there regardless if they don't win their division. They'll be in there. And you know what? I do have the Chargers back in the playoffs, same division and everything. And my sneaker pick would be the Bengals. I mean, they almost got it in last year. If they can just get an easy, simple, like a 3-2 start, even.
Hey, here's what happened.
They just need a good start of the season.
Burrow played in the preseason for the first time since his rookie year.
Yeah. And maybe that was it. Like maybe they just
get the rust off.
Get the rust off. Like I said with the first
series,
out
fast.
You get the rust off and follow back after that. So
all right.
So yeah, those are my wild card. I'll put them up on the screen there, so we all know what we picked.
Okay, so obviously these are my division winners. I got the Chiefs winning, but I'm with you. I definitely think the Broncos and the Chargers are going to be wild card teams. And then for my third, there's 3 wild cards.
Yep, 7 total.
Yeah, I want to go with the Bengals, but I you know how you just kind of, I'm not an Aaron Rodgers guy, but I kind of want him just to go out on top.
Yeah,
you know, so yeah, it's tough.
It's tough.
It's tough. The Bengals were right there, and you know what? I think you're right with the Bengals. I don't want to pick against them, but so we can have a little battle and just kind of I'll take the Steelers again because Steelers have a defense. Cincinnati did nothing to improve their defense other than sign their defensive end, but he was there last year.
Okay. So,
playing for a contract. This year he got his money.
Yep. All right, so we got the AFC all wrapped up.
Okay, so you had the Eagles,
and then
the Packers, the Buccaneers,
and the Rams. So I do have the Seahawks. I think regardless, I think they'll be the 5th seed. They either win the division or get 5th seed. Do have the Lions.
Yeah, 100%.
Actually, maybe. Can we share the 5th seed? Anyway.
Right.
So yeah, I do have the Lions. I think they'll struggle this year, like you said, and I mentioned before. They look good now on paper, but I think they might struggle throughout the year. So, and then I do have the Commanders. Put old Redskins logo on there. So I know, shockingly, I don't have the Vikings, which would surprise people. And I know I love the Falcons, but I think in order to get into the playoffs, you have to win that division in the South.
Yeah,
because there's so much talent around the rest of the NFC.
So I'm going to make a couple of changes. One is the Rams and the Seahawks. Obviously, you're going to switch spots for division to that. Buccaneers, Falcons, because I said I would go with the Falcons. And I would agree with you with those.
Everything else?
Everything
Okay.
else. I think Commanders were really good last year. I think they get better.
Okay.
I think the Lions, obviously, I mean, we're splitting hairs here between the Packers and the Lions, and maybe the Rams and the Seahawks for me. But I think the Commanders are the one that you don't split hairs with. I think it's a guarantee that if they don't win the division, which I don't think they will because the Eagles are so tough, they're definitely a wild card team.
Mm-hmm.
And because they get to play the Giants twice, the Cowboys twice.
Yep.
I mean, there's 4 wins right there.
It is.
It could be, right?
I mean, they could go 4-2 in their division.
I mean,
they'll be okay.
They're already talking about the Giants' schedule is so tough the first 7 games that Russell Wilson's going to get benched and they're going to bring in the other guy. People are already saying it.
All right, so pretty much the same between us, except for the South NFC South winners, and you went Steelers, and I went with Bengals.
Yeah,
so we're pretty similar here.
Pretty similar.
Yeah.
Well, it's tough, when teams have proven themselves, and for a lot of these teams, I would say more so in the AFC, with the Bills that they win every year, but they don't get into the playoffs. You just say, yeah, they're going to be there. They're that perennial team. But you got a team that played so good in the Bengals and the Steelers. Somebody's getting back in this year. And the Chargers and the Broncos just have a different feel. Like they're just good. Mm-hmm. Where the Bengals and the Steelers, they should be good. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Where and that's the difference between those 4 teams is, for me, the Chargers and the Broncos are good.
It's like the Bengals has the offense, Steelers don't, and the Steelers has the defense, and the Bengals don't.
Yeah, and I think that's the whole NFC South. They could be good, but who's really going to be good? And and I think the Vikings. It's hard to say. Darnold was a nobody last year, and he led them to the playoffs.
Yeah.
So, I mean, to not pick the Vikings, that's tough. To not pick the Bengals, who played so good down the stretch and could have easily gotten in, just didn't. Gosh, this is what makes it a great game. There's more parity now than ever.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
the separation of great to good is so close, where it used to be like this.
Well, earlier last month when I did the top 10, last 10 Super Bowls, all of them are within score, like 1 score. Pretty much almost every single one, maybe an exception of like 2 or 3. But we have had some great Super Bowls, and that's when the 2 best teams are playing, and that's what it should be. Two good teams playing, coming down to the wire. 2 overtime games in those last 10 years. So
I don't want to see the Chiefs and the Eagles again, though.
No,
I just don't.
I'm done.
I don't think anybody does.
I want a new winner.
So we got our divisional winners, our wild card picks, and then what's your Super Bowl prediction?
Well, I think it is going to be tough to bring down the Eagles. So I think the Eagles will make it back to the Super Bowl. And it's going to be between the Ravens and the Bills, if they can make it down there. But I think I have the Bills. And honestly, I would want to say my Broncos, but I just can't do that quite yet, even though that would be my bold prediction. But Eagles, Bills, and Bills are going to win.
Taking the Bills. Okay, yeah. I like it.
Yeah. Okay.
So, not to be boring, but those are my exact same picks. I think the Bills have to get over the hump this year. I think Josh Allen's definitely the guy to get him over that hump. I think he's just going to will it this year. I think he's going to will that team into the Super Bowl. They're going to roll, like you said, they're going to win. I think they roll in with all that, just like the Eagles did, that nobody was talking about them. They got in and just slowly started punishing teams down the stretch, handily beating them, and they handily won the Super Bowl. So you can't pick against the Eagles. They seemed so dominant. And, the Seahawks were dominant in their Super Bowl win, and they came back for another Super Bowl and lost. Eagles are going to do the same thing. The Bills are going to take them down.
Okay, we both have the Bills.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So that's crazy. Okay.
Yeah, and happy about that because, they haven't been in so long. The Ravens have been, But here we go. Here we go. Can't be more excited about making your weekly picks, knowing football is in a couple days.
Oh, yeah. So what we're doing here, since we don't have the games matched up, clipped together, so we're just going to pick a team, and whoever they are playing that week, that will be our pick, or our picks that we will choose from. So I guess I can go first.
Well, you've done it the whole show. Why stop now?
Yeah, do you want to go first?
No.
Okay. Okay, Vikings.
Oh.
Vikings, they play on Monday night against Chicago.
Ooh.
So
what color do you think Williams is going to paint his nails for the game?
Probably blue and orange, like mix it up.
That's cute.
Yeah. Chicago's at home. Again, you don't know what McCarthy is going to be like. And I feel like Caleb Williams, out of the 6 quarterbacks that were drafted in the first round last year, I think he's going to have the better second year. And it's going to come out and show on the first week. I am going to go with Chicago, the Bears.
Are they at Bears at home?
They're at home.
Okay, I like that pick.
Yeah, so I'm going with Bears against the Vikings.
Okay, Bears with the Vikings. Yeah, I like that pick. I know. Okay. Would you want your quarterback painting his nails?
No. I mean, whatever.
If
it makes you win, sure.
It's weird. The Giants, Russell Wilson's return as a starter for his 3rd team in 3 years.
And they play against the Commanders on the road.
On the road. Russell, here's the deal. If you win that game, this could elevate your season to know that the Giants are a very good team. But the reality is, I've got to take the Commanders at home. They are definitely the better team. They're more hungry. The Giants don't know what they are right now. They don't know. You're already talking about another quarterback and this Jackson Dart. Yeah, you're in trouble. You got to go with the guy you chose and stick with him the whole way.
I got the Saints. They're at home against Arizona. Saints is going to be a couple years rebuilding. Rattler is their starting quarterback.
Youngest coach in the NFL.
And then the youngest coach right now with Kellen Moore. I mean, I love Kellen Moore. He was Boise State. Yeah. So I don't think they will win against the first week. Arizona usually has a good team, an average team. So I'll go with Arizona.
Yeah, and I think the little guy, Murray, he's always good to start the year.
Yeah.
Oh. The 49ers. They're playing the Seahawks. We don't even have to look that up. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there, and I am taking the Seahawks. Let's pull the Seahawks out of here. We can't leave that 49er thing up there. This is my show.
What if I pick the Seahawks? Then I get to get that pick. Just leave it in there.
All right. Can't sit there and look at that. There we go. Seahawks are going to win this game over the Niners.
The Texans. They play the Rams.
Your pick for the AFC South.
Yeah, against the NFC West champion, the Rams.
Who's at home?
Rams.
Ooh.
Yeah. So when in doubt, go with the home team. So I am going to go with the Rams on this one.
Yeah.
I mean, great defense. I mean, they can probably put the pressure on Stafford.
Oh, I hope the Texans win. I'll tell you that. Go Texans.
Yeah. So, I'll go with Rams.
All right. Oop, I got 2 of them. I'm going to take the Hawks over the Niners.
There you go.
Can we put it back?
Sure.
All right, put it back. Couldn't find it when I was looking for it. Then I randomly draw it out. There's the Chiefs.
Chiefs in Brazil against the Chargers.
No
home team.
Who travels well? Who's going to have the team ready? As a Charger, are you like, okay, we're sick of the Chiefs winning. We have to win this game and get off to a good start? Or are you the Chiefs' ultimate confidence? You're on the road nationally. What's her name's going to be there with they're engaged now and all this crap. And Patrick Mahomes, is he angry because he lost? Boy, that's the toughest pick that I could pick today. Because my heart wants to pick the Chargers, but my gut tells me to stick with the Chiefs. So
Okay.
I'm going to stick with the Chiefs.
Should we do one more?
Why not?
Yeah. The Falcons. They are playing Tampa Bay. They're at home.
The two teams that we talked about in the South.
Yeah. I'm going to go with my gut on this one. I think the Bucs will still come in and play. I mean, again, they made the playoffs last year. They won the division. So Baker, he still has to prove himself.
Baker Bake.
Yeah. So it might be one of those things where getting to the playoffs isn't good enough. So it starts by beating your divisional opponents.
Okay. The Jets. No Aaron Rodgers this year.
Yeah, there is.
Who is?
Because they're playing against the Pittsburgh.
Are they really? Oh my gosh! Who's the starter for the Jets? Did they announce it?
Yeah, Fields.
Fields is starting.
Yeah. There's flip-flop.
Well, here's the
quarterbacks.
Deal. If the Steelers know Fields' weaknesses, which there seems to be a lot, it's going to be them. There's a reason that they didn't start him over Russell Wilson. There's when Russell got healthy again.
Yeah.
I don't like the Jets in this game at all. I'm taking the Steelers. It's going to give Aaron Rodgers a boost for the season. Oh, it's back. Random picks for the bag.
Yeah.
The Lush bag, by the way.
Yeah.
The Lush bag. So I'm going to go with the Steelers.
Steelers. Awesome. So those are your picks. We'll get them up again. Throw in your picks on what we picked out on. See if you could go. Was there 8?
8.
Yeah, 4.
Watch the show all year. Get a running tally.
We will do that with us.
See if you can beat us.
Yeah.
We're the experts.
We are, because we think alike too, apparently.
Yeah. Well, I think you don't know. I like to see how the pundits, they call them, on some of the ESPN and which they own NFL Network now, right? Yep. So ESPN, see how all those guys predict and see where we line up.
Yep.
I like our chances.
I do have one more thing. So Thursday night football, we do have the Cowboys playing the Eagles. For you bettors out there, I do have a same game parlay bet for you. Just put it up. I'll do this all year long for the Thursday night football game. I'll do a same game parlay bet. And for this week, if Jalen Hurts gets in, basically a push touchdown, because it's not banned yet. So I think that's a given. Next one will be Barkley. He gets a touchdown as well. And then the third leg will be Lamb. He'll go 88 yards in the air or catching. He'll get his number or more, and that should do you for your same game parlay bet. So $20 can win $100.
Wow, that's nice. You got to actually go do it.
You have to go do it. Yeah. Again, you have to be where you can. Here in Idaho, you can't, but we do have Quest Casino.
Yeah.
Sporting bets right there in the casino floors.
And if you have a gambling problem, please don't. Please don't. Just
only play where you can afford to lose.
Yeah, please. And but for those of you who feel lucky and want to win a little cash, good luck.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's a great show. We're ready. Football is back, baby. This is section 325, and we're signing out.
The second half.